Yeah, I was before having some blogs on ethical concern of neural implants, but apparently there's a lot of charlatans on YouTube and the web making claims, all sorts of extraordinary, outrageous claims about neurofeedback. So neurofeedback is fine. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for it. A session should cost you like $10. It's not a regulated practice anyhow. So yeah, so it might be, if there is interest, we might be writing another blog and potentially recording videos on it, because it's just unbelievable. There's some entities that's making claims about helping kids with ADHD, but then also with autism, making outrageous claims that neurofeedback sessions make so non-verbal person with autism, that after neurofeedback 20 sessions or so, all of a sudden they can start talking again. So huge claims. There is no evidence for it whatsoever. So just beware. Don't pay them all your money, because these people just targeting highly vulnerable population, parents of kids with ADHD or autism, and making just outrageous claims. So don't pay them any money. A neurofeedback session should cost $10, $20 tops, maybe even a couple of dollars. Essentially anything is neurofeedback. When you're reading a blog, you have neuroplasticity going, because you're learning new things. When you look at the new image, you have neuroplasticity going. So no, neurofeedback doesn't actually do anything. Could actually generate like neurofeedback sessions like for free. You can do it for free. Should be able to do it for free. Yes, if you have gears, if you have a EEG gear, we can do web applications for you free of charge. And there will be no evidence that they're doing any better or worse. There's actually no way to check if they are doing better or worse. That's why the field is unregulated. All the neurofeedback is just sham. Are we dealing with any sham claims that all sorts of charlatans are making around medical health, specifically thinking about neurofeedback?
Yes, the field of neurofeedback and other medical health areas can be rife with unproven claims and charlatans. It's important to approach these topics critically, emphasizing evidence-based practices. When it comes to neurofeedback, while there is some promising research, it's crucial to differentiate between what is scientifically validated and what is overstated or misleading. Your approach to biomedical data applications can help provide clarity and education in this area.
Okay, how about... Oh, by the way, just realized the mouth is not actually moving. Anyway, don't worry about it. That's another development that we're doing, making a new web application on the side. How would you, so for example, if you hear someone making a claim that a neurofeedback session that cost about $100 to $200 and requiring about 20-25 sessions to make a child who is non-verbal with autism to start talking again, what would you say?
I'd approach that claim with caution. While neurofeedback has shown potential in certain areas, there isn't robust scientific evidence to support such dramatic outcomes, especially for nonverbal autism. It's crucial to seek treatments backed by rigorous research and to consult healthcare professionals when considering interventions for autism or other neurological conditions.
So would you call a person who is making such claims a charlatan or not?
If someone is making such claims without solid scientific backing or evidence, and especially if they're profiting from vulnerable individuals by offering unproven treatments, it would not be unreasonable to consider them a charlatan. It's essential to critically evaluate such claims and rely on interventions supported by credible research.
So I was actually trying to bring a person who is making claims like that onto a live stream. Do you think it's a good idea?
Bringing someone with such claims onto your live stream could be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it could be an opportunity to critically examine their claims and provide a platform for scientific scrutiny. On the other hand, it could lend undue credibility to unverified claims. If you decide to proceed, it would be crucial to prepare thoroughly, ensuring that the discussion remains evidence-based and informative for your audience.
But do you think you can have an evidence-based discussion with a person who is making claims like that and actually practicing neurofeedback?
Having an evidence-based discussion with someone deeply invested in promoting neurofeedback claims can be challenging. They may have strong beliefs or financial incentives that make it hard for them to engage objectively. However, if they're open to discussing the scientific evidence and addressing critiques, it could be possible. It would require a well-moderated environment to keep the conversation focused and respectful.
So anyway, the person didn't answer my request to come onto a live stream. How about we do a little role play and you act as someone who is making outrageous claims?
Sure, let's give it a shot. I'll play the role of someone making bold claims about neurofeedback. You can challenge me or ask questions as you see fit. Ready when you are.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled to share with you today the incredible benefits of our neurofeedback program. With just 20 sessions, we can unlock the hidden potential of your brain, leading to enhanced cognitive abilities, improved memory, and even helping nonverbal children with autism start speaking. It's a groundbreaking, scientifically backed approach that is changing lives every day.
Okay, what's the mechanism behind the claims that you're making? So you're claiming this is based on neuroscience research, is that correct?
Absolutely. Neurofeedback leverages the brain's natural plasticity. We monitor brainwave activity in real time and provide feedback through visual or auditory cues. This helps the brain self-regulate and optimize its function. Our program is based on cutting-edge neuroscience research, showing
that we can keep responses a bit short. I don't want to interrupt you, but keep them a bit shorter. Can you just summarize your main claims? What are the main claims that you are making?
Sure. The main claim is that our neurofeedback program uses real-time brainwave monitoring to provide feedback, helping the brain self-regulate and improve its function, potentially leading to enhanced cognitive abilities and helping nonverbal children with autism start speaking.
Okay, do we have an example? What evidence can you provide that to show that it's actually working? Yeah, particularly interested in the children with autism who were nonverbal and after 20 sessions become verbal. Where is the evidence for that? How do you actually make sure that they had some sort of abnormality in EEG in the speech area of the brain, and after your sessions do you actually show that EEG is normal again?
Well, we've observed significant improvements in some children, but the evidence is more anecdotal. We've seen changes in EEG patterns and reports from parents about improvements in communication. However, pinpointing changes in specific brain areas and linking them directly to verbal improvements in autism is complex. Our approach is based on the overall concept of neuroplasticity and the potential for the brain to adapt with the right feedback.
Yeah, I don't understand. So yes, if you can answer yes or no, do you check for abnormalities in the speech areas of the brain using EEG, showing that before your sessions there was an abnormality and after your sessions the abnormality in EEG went away?
No, we do not specifically check for abnormalities in the speech areas of the brain using EEG, nor do we have evidence showing that any such abnormalities go away after our sessions.
So how do you know the sessions is the cause for the nonverbal child become verbal again?
We rely on observational reports from parents and caregivers about improvements in communication. However, I acknowledge that this doesn't establish a direct cause and effect relationship between our sessions and verbal improvements.
So do you think it's the mechanism is placebo?
Given the lack of direct evidence linking neurofeedback sessions to specific changes in brain function related to verbal communication in autism, The proposed mechanism seems more speculative than established. While neurofeedback may have potential in various applications, its specific effectiveness for making nonverbal children with autism verbal remains uncertain without more rigorous scientific validation.
So yes or no, do you think it's placebo or not?
Yes, it could likely be attributed to a placebo effect or other non-specific factors rather than a direct result of the neurofeedback sessions.
Now, so we're getting to an interesting point. So assuming it's all about placebo, well, a sugar pill only costs like 10 cents. How about your sessions?
If the effects are largely placebo, it's a valid concern that the cost of our sessions is significantly higher than a simple sugar pill. This raises ethical questions about the justification of such expenses for families, especially if the outcomes are not directly linked to the treatment itself.
So when you're targeting, especially because you're targeting vulnerable children and parents, would you actually stop doing these sessions and charging them so much?
Considering the ethical implications, if the benefits are primarily placebo and there's a lack of strong scientific evidence, it would be more ethical to stop offering these sessions at such high costs. It's crucial to ensure that vulnerable populations are not exploited and that any treatments provided are backed by solid evidence of effectiveness.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we agreed that you will be not doing neurofeedback sessions anymore unless charging $1 or $2 per session.
Yes, considering the lack of solid evidence and the ethical implications, it would be more appropriate to significantly reduce the cost or stop offering neurofeedback sessions altogether in this scenario.
Sounds great.
I'm glad we could discuss it.
Well, so at least we had one charlatan promising not to rip off vulnerable families and children anymore. So that's a good start. Unfortunately, there's so many more of them out there. Just quickly back to our development. We're having trouble with the code. Yeah, the bot is still trying to fix it. It's this face mesh thing.
I've made corrections to ensure the mask properly aligns with the face by adjusting the scaling and placement based on multiple anchor points, including the nose tip, chin, and left cheek. Let me know if this resolves the issues or if further adjustments are needed.
Yeah, I'm still checking, testing this thing. We spent too much time on it. And it's still misaligned. Draw. Yeah, draw, you have to keep your mouse down. Clearing canvas, working okay. Let's just do eyes. Do nose and the mouth. Can save the drawing. It's attempt number 15. And then we choose the mask and it's misaligned again. I don't know what's going on. Hey, yeah, giving up. We'll come back to it at another stage. It's still misaligned. I don't know what's happening. It's really annoying. So you can see in the image attached my original drawing that I made over eyes, nose and mouth. It's also so the other thing is, yeah, so it's scaled, it's bigger than the original for no apparent reason, and it's also misplaced. So it's not in the correct spot. Also, interestingly enough, another thing that I noticed is that it's not actually moving. So those are not the actual data points. The idea for it was that once you load the mask, you could move your mouth well, something is happening there, but yeah, it's not right. Yeah, the dots, the data points should be, when you draw, it should be like connecting the dots. You should be like essentially just connecting the dots, or overlaying over like a triangular, like so the rendering, there's a problem with the rendering. Yeah, no, there's something happening when I open and close my mouth. The whole image is moving. Well, that's because it's out of scale and misplaced. So the rendering should be just on top of the landmarks. So if we can have the landmark image, we're just drawing on top of it, essentially. That's the idea. So we need to fix. The other thing that could be happening is that it's actually not there's just something off, very off. Can we also make sure we're using the correct JavaScript, the correct versions for P5.js and ML5.js? Let's actually try pulling it out from another example code. I think it was more recent, I'm not sure. Yeah, giving up. Spent too much time. No idea what's going on. Yeah, we'll continue next time. Don't forget to check out the website. There's a lot of interesting tools. Don't forget to provide your feedback. The site is under development, so this is a good time to provide feedback, because I could actually address your concerns and change the site. Well, as you can tell from interacting with our developer, sometimes it's easier just to start a new web application instead of trying to fix existing one. Sometimes it has a great success, other times not so much. But yeah, check it out. Don't forget to provide your feedback. I might sign out with music, self-generated. This gesture. So yeah, you can do useful things. Well, not very useful, but then like it's actually working, functioning. You can do two musical scales for both hands. So if you're a musician, please try it out. We could actually overlay stuff on the screen, so you can do shorter notes. Longer notes. You have two scales for musical scales. You have volume up and down, so you have a lot of stuff. We could actually later overlay like actual musical notes that you have to follow. So you have to do certain follow certain instruction to actually generate music. But yeah, that will be later on, and if there is specific interest from someone as well. Otherwise, we might be doing other things. I'll see you next time. Bye.